Saint Vitalis of Gaza. A saint so shrouded in humility and obscurity that his story begins at the age of 60, when the monk of the monastery of Sancti.Obscuri traveled from his home in Gaza to the city of Alexandria alone. There he established a solitary hermitage, and each day he entered the city, and would hire himself out as a day laborer to toil and work in the hot sun. At the completion of each day's work, he would take his meager earnings and visit the home of a prostitute or a brothel, and hire a woman out for the night. But instead of taking advantage of her, or satisfying his own desires, he would say to them, "I pay you this, that you may spend one night without sin." And he would allow them to sleep, as he would keep watch and pray over them. If they decided to stay awake with him, he would tell them that they were truly loved and desired by God. He told them of Christ's mercy and his sacrifice upon the cross for them. He shared the gospel with these women, and each night he reminded them of their true value and worth. At the end of each visit, he would ask only one thing of the women, that they say nothing to anyone of what had happened or what he had done. And each morning he would leave the home or establishment openly, and if approached by another who asked why he was there, he would respond with this: "Have I not a body like everyone else? Are monks not like other men? Mind your own business." He wanted no attention upon his ministry, nor upon the women whom he cared for, lest their proprietors cast them out, or he be barred from seeing them. By his ministry, many women left their lives of sin and suffering to better themselves, and he offered even greater help by paying debts, arranging marriages, providing dowries, finding willing monasteries for those called to such life, or even helping some women escape from evil owners. All this work he did in secret, even at the cost of his reputation and eventually his very life. One day, as he left the home of a lady he was ministering to, a man, either a scandalized Christian or a greedy proprietor who knew of his work, struck him in the head and left him for dead. Vitalis crawled back to his hermitage, where he succumbed to his injuries. He was found clutching a paper upon which was written the verse 1 Corinthians 4:5, which says, "Therefore do not pronounce judgment before the time, before the Lord comes, who will bring to light the things now hidden in darkness, and will disclose the purposes of the heart. Then every man will receive his commendation from God." At his funeral and burial, few Christians attended, as they thought him to be a sinful and lustful man. But as his body was carried through the streets, a procession of hundreds of women followed, mothers, wives, monastics, all redeemed prostitutes, who lined behind the man who saw them for their true worth and full beauty. The example of Saint Vitalis emphasizes two things above all. Firstly, the dignity of each person, no matter their station nor sin. The blood of Christ flowed out for all, and he himself sought out the tax collector, the demoniac, and the defiled, as friends, followers, and children. And secondly, that image and notoriety are valueless. Christ himself tasked those whom he healed to say nothing of his deeds, despite he himself being the only one worthy of praise and adoration. In a world so consumed by image, Saint Vitalis stands as a mighty example to emulate. We so often forget our true value and hollow ourselves out to mere facades of quote-unquote beauty, desirableness, and perfection, falsely claiming to be the epitome of comeliness or even virtue, while inside we lack the true image we should hold to, that of the likeness of God. So let us take after Vitalis, seeing the divine image and complete beauty of each soul we encounter, but also guarding ourselves from pride, that our own image does not outshine that of Christ's within us. Let us remember the sentiments of Vitalis through the words of Pope St. John Paul II, that lust does not show too much of a person, but too little as it neglects the soul. And as Christians, to remember our dignity and strive after the example and image of Christ. The feast day of Saint Vitalis of Gaza is on January 11th, and he is the patron of prostitutes and day laborers.